Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mercedes Warrick, and welcome to Sacred Key. This is day 18 of 36 days of devotion. Thank you for being here. Spirit has asked me, the guidance has asked me to go back through the first 9 days of teaching, and today is the 9th occurrence of that. And what I listened to this morning was very interesting. Everything I have is present. Everything I need is present. Everything I need is here. And it was a reflection on placing ourselves into the compassionate presence, placing ourselves into God, the divine, and knowing that in this moment all is well. And I have been very blessed and fortunate to see and know and experience the patience that is required for that. The insight that I received this morning was that patience is the release of time. Patience is the release of space into becoming the infinite and the eternal. So as we release ourselves into the time constraint, the form or material constraint, and allow ourselves to be in the divine frequency of patience, that releases the worry. Remember that give us this day our daily bread, and deliver us from evil, deliver us from the worry, the strife, and allows us to come into the knowing. And why this becomes important is while we are, and I have been in a position where my bank account was going down and going down and going down and going down, and actually went to zero and then went to sub-zero because I used my credit cards. I have been in that position. But what I think the message truly was that which we focus on, we get more of. So if we focus on the worry and the lack, the worry and the need, what happens is that's what's getting replicated and multiplied. And it's not to say that things don't work themselves out. Another approach is to say, in this moment, the humility of this moment, I know that I have a portion. I know that that portion is sufficient for this moment, for this breath. And deliver me from the worry of the evil of worry. And so that replication, then that replication of the worry persists. And I'll be honest with you, in so many ways, I continue to work on this. And that's the other thing. You get more opportunity to work on this as an area of growth. And so what has happened over a very compressed period of time for myself has been that I have focused on the help and the assistance, because I have had help and assistance. I have had support. I have had gifts arrive. I have had unexpected flow, money, food at one point, a roof over my head, all of these things. And so those things become the joy. Those things become the gratitude. So again, over the course of these last 9 days, these most immediate 9 days, what the message is: focus, in tune, go inward for the joy. Be humble about what is present, and understand that which we attune to, that is what we are in tuning, which will become our experience. So even in the toughest of times, and I've got my book right here. I'll show you this book. So this book, I don't know if you can see, I love Ross, Dress for Less, for these kinds of books because they're very inexpensive. This book becomes the I am the I can book for me. I am possible for me. So I use this book for two things, because I am not one for saying, oh, that worry doesn't exist. Okay? I've been there, wondering where the food's going to be. I've been very fortunate. I have not necessarily had to worry about the money for the rent so much, but I have had situations where I didn't know where I was going to be able to afford to live and what the changes in my life would be. Of course, the journey of cancer, man, talk about journey into the unknown. You know, every time you take a scan, every time you go to the doctor, every time there's a blood test, over the course of now 4 years, being in the flow of life. Spirit was very, very clear with me this morning that if I focus on the healing wasn't going to be here. Focus on the life and expand life, expand the vibrancy of living. And the healing, this is my own personal message that I got this morning, but the healing is put the healing into the vibrational sequencing. That is a confirmation, not an affirmation, a confirmation. It has arrived. I am possible. I can experience a vibrant, healthy, beautiful life, even as I'm going through this uncertainty called cancer. So I write down in this book the things that have me worried, and I write them out, honestly. I write them out. And then I look through those, I look through the statements, and I say, okay, I can experience this. I can experience this. Even if it seems out of reach, intangible, impossible, all those kinds of things, I can experience, because we want to change the vibratory sequencing of what we are saying. Every word is a prayer. So we want to change the vibratory sequencing of what we are expressing through our hearts, our mouth, and our wisdom. And what we are seeing cannot be the only interpretation of what is before us. So you kind of fall into this judgment, fall into this what we think it looks like, when in fact there could be an underlying blessing in all of this. And let me tell you, it's too long to go into here, but just story upon story upon story upon story about moving what should be happening in cancer, in my cancer journey, to the divine occurrence that actually happened. Okay, including this house that I'm sitting in right now. Okay, miracle story. In this real estate market, my sister and I were able to get this home because the real estate agent, this is a true story, the real estate agent's mother knew me from cancer treatment, and I don't know this lady, and told her daughter that you must allow this woman to get into this house. I know of her through the treatment. And in this book, I don't know if I can find it. In this book, I had written out what I had been given, what guidance had wanted the vibratory sequencing, the vibratory space of my new home to be. And my address here, the meaning of the street that I'm on, the meaning of it is guidance of God. Okay, so that's just one little brief story, partial story, about own where you're at. Don't deny it. Know that you can honestly be afraid. My purpose is to be able to bring information that will allow you to have a tangible way to shift the vibratory sequence of your current situation. And that's what we're doing right now, right here and right now, because one of the big questions was, well, how do I get in the present moment? I can't breathe. I mean, my breath, I'm scared. I can't breathe. this thing that's in my body could take my physical life. How do I these are the questions that I have been asking myself over the last 4 years, and it is through some of these practices. We're not in a teaching mode. We're just in an experiencing mode and supporting each other through this holiday season right now. But some of the things that have happened, the biggest challenge that I have had in trying to communicate to people is, how do we stay in the present moment? And this, darling, I am present, I am here. And if the energy knows where the flow, so sometimes this is going to be you talking to yourself. I must be present in this moment, and I must be consciously here in this moment. Other times you will be saying it, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it in your body, and you'll know that, beloved I am, beloved God, beloved divine, beloved source, beloved divine intelligence, beloved Christ, beloved Buddha, beloved Allah. And you will go into this present moment as a private, very intimate communion with the energy, with the personality, with the higher source, the divine mind of your belief, of your heart. The energy knows where to flow, and it can flow in. That's why I call this the simple prayer. I also call it the flowing prayer, because you will flow in. You may start in this place, Mercedes, I am present, I am here. And you just come into this calmness, and you step into the breath, and then it just changes. Holy Spirit, I am present, I am here. And I have had the inner voice, that inner guidance say, Mercedes, I am present, I am here. So that is the magical, mystical purity of this practice. Day 9, everything I need is present, everything I need is here. I am possible. Let's just begin to breathe into that, placing your hands on your heart. I acknowledge my vulnerability. I acknowledge my joy. I bring the same energy, the same passion to my joy, as well as to the times that I need help. And I know that as I place myself in this vulnerable space, that I'm grateful for the times I can celebrate with those who have supported me, those that are my family, those that are my heart. And I am so blessed to be able to celebrate with the strangers who have become the earth angels that just walk the path and come forward and listen to the voice of their guidance, their inner God self, to act on my behalf. It is the same effort, the same concentration in the hallelujahs as in the amens, in the experiences as in the expression. I am grateful that I know that there is a place to be the I am possible. breathing that in. And as you say this confirmation with me, know that the vulnerability and the humility is to acknowledge where I am in this moment. I'm so grateful that Holy Spirit has made a place for me to be, that even in the low times, in the uncertain times, that there is a place of certainty and knowing. I place myself in the compassionate presence, in the bosom of God, however you language your unique and very personal relationship with the divinity that is all. The energy of knowing God. My guidance, my inner sanctuary is saying the same amount of energy that you put into the I can't is available for you to put into the I can. The same amount of energy that creates the unknown, intangible mountain is the same energy that is available to you to dissolve the mountain, to go around the mountain, to find a pathway under the mountain, over the mountain, or through the mountain. The mountain is porous, even though it has the illusion of being solid and insurmountable. The confirmation is life. The confirmation is vibrancy. These are the frequencies that I bring forward into everything. And as I sit here in the no-thingness, bringing myself into a space of I am present, I am here, allowing my head to bow and to feel my heart, allowing my heart to feel exactly where I am in every moment. And knowing that the I am in the I am present in the I am here, in this breath, I choose the I can. And I can experience, I can bring into form, I can. I can hear, I can feel, I can accept the wisdoms of others, the angels, the voices of the angels that come forward, that whisper in my ear, that takes my hand, that guides me, that shows me the tangible, practical way, a path, a light, a movement, a direction. As we come into the humility of the heart, we open and expand in ways that are unseen and unimaginable. beloved, I am present and I am here. When we look into releasing the human requirement of time and space, time and form, and we come into the divine quality, the divine constant of patience, patience releases the worries constructed through not enough time, not enough form, resource, space. In this place of patience, the infinite and the eternal open. And with time released, it allows the flow to come, to be, to give, to love. And for this moment, this breath, in the suspension of time and space, we are allowing that which we cannot see, possibilities that we cannot know, the energy of vibrancy and life, flow, and prosperity to come forward through us. This is what I choose to magnify: life, vibrancy, breathing in, I am present. Exhaling, I am here. Breathing in, I am present. Exhaling, I am here. Breathing in, I am present. Exhaling, I am here. Breathing in, I am present. Exhaling, I am here. I am possible. It is possible for me to have the heart of generosity, to be a servant to those around me, to be abundance for someone who has a need that I can help supply. The material, seeing, actual world does not define our interrelationships that allows us to be open to the needs of others, even when we think that we may be at our lowest of lows. When we are at the highest of highs, it is easy. But when you have your last $20 and the Spirit says, give it to that person, when we are in the knowledge of knowing the ever flow of the abundant supply, to be there, we must be in the present moment. We must be present for the person that we are being the supplier for, or the blessing. And we must be present to see the unexpected grace contained within that moment. And we must be in-tuned to be able to receive that which is coming to us from sources unknown, unrelated, and unexpected. Darling, I am present and I am here. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you very deeply. Namaste. May you know the divine intimately.